What is good, man? If you guys are just tuning in, this is episode 112 of Don't Just Get Up, Wake Up. With your boy Zodog. Out on this beautiful days, you know what I mean? It's a little gloomy, but it's alright. Haven't talked to you guys in a little bit since the video I did on my phone. I did like a screen recording, part 1 and part 2, but part 1 did not load for some strange reason. But hopefully you guys did your homework, you saw the title of the video, and then you went to YouTube and looked up Children of It's Real Out Here by Yahi, and he broke down the whole fake news, which we all know it is orchestrated to create fear, to control the narrative, yada yada. If you guys know that, then this show will help you guys a lot more just understand what I'm dropping, because I feel like every time I got to slow down, because I love going on little tangents, but I don't want to get ahead of myself and I don't want to get ahead of others. So today's topic is basically talking about all the psyop, not all the psyop bullshit that you see on the media, but some of it. Like for instance, the Popeyes, Wendy's, and Chick-fil-A sandwiches. I mean, come on now, what the fuck is that? What's important about that? Nothing at all. It's just black folks fighting over chicken. But I forget that. Let's get to the real issue at hand. I basically been telling you guys for a few years, hashtag 2020 running for president. So sincere about that. Not necessarily president, but basically a spokesperson to all the bullshit that's been happening within the black communities, the education, the police brutality. Laws need to be changed first and foremost. So basically, let's start with that. If we're not happy with all these black neighborhoods, just seeing liquor stores and churches and education's poor ran library, is basically our neighborhoods are set up for destruction. Not to lie, we do it to ourselves a lot too. We don't take care of shit. When we have it, we just don't take care of shit. It's pretty bad. And if you guys want to do your research, like I just got blessed a few days ago, Harlem, okay? Harlem was all ran by blacks, and people came to Harlem to find the best musicians down there. They had black doctors, black lawyers, and the neighborhoods were clean. Everybody was working together. And then once the law changed, and that allowed, basically segregation ended, and once that happened, then black folks started moving into the white neighborhoods because they wanted to live next to the white doctors and the white lawyers and so forth. And then ever since then, it seems like Harlem, slowly but surely, it just deteriorated, because the people that could leave left, and the people that could not leave actually stayed behind. And that's what it seems like happened anytime you see gentrification happening. On the side, we call it getting the areas getting whitenized. You see a lot of people just getting forced out of their areas because they can't afford it, and that creates a lot of homelessness and so forth as well. So we need to stop that. We need to bring better education to our neighborhoods and to us. I was about to say at first, but sometimes I pause because I'm just trying to be careful of everything I'm saying here. So I'm basically painting a template of issues we need to address that's been happening forever, and we keep on just turning a blind eye to it. Let me pause on that real quick. And actually, I'm going to unpause that. Finish up that last statement with saying we can control that by signing enough petitions. We get enough petitions signed, then we can go to Congress and we can push that, hopefully, to law. Okay? Anything we don't like. If we don't like the education, we can write a petition for that, have better education within our neighborhoods. Get a petition signed to have all these so-called like restaurants having liquor licenses selling us malt liquor. Okay, that malt liquor is killing a lot of us. It's tearing us up from the insides out. And a lot of these urban areas have a lot of Korean restaurants that have permission to have liquor licenses, and they're selling that cheap ass malt liquor. That's killing us too. So we need to have petitions signed that only allow maybe like 2 malt liquor licenses within these communities. That's one step. another step is we can have petitions signed for what's the last one I had? I just had a brain fart. It was about the malt liquor, and it was about the education, the playgrounds and so forth, but I'm not going to go on a tangent on that. Long story short, let me bring it back to this, what I was about to say before I unpaused it. You guys remember Bill Cosby? Okay. All that trouble he got into. The only reason Bill Cosby got in all that trouble is because he spoke out. He got on this one podium and just said basically black folks need to stop spending $200 on pairs of Jordans for their kids and actually be better parents and pay attention to what their kids do throughout their childhood and just stop putting them in front of television sets and in video games and then letting those elements parent their children, and then by the time their children get a certain age, then the parents start noticing. It's way too late by then because patterns set in after 7 years. So long story short, we need to be better parents. We need to control as best as we can everything that comes in and out of our households. But Bill Cosby was addressing a lot of that shit, and then once he addressed those things, then someone ratted him out about all these dropping pills in women's drinks and so forth, and all this rape. I was about to say rape and drinks and once, that's why I said drink. Yeah, so basically this shit's been happening for years. People knew that, and once he started speaking out against the truths that us as black people know that are true, but we get sensitive, we just can't handle the truth. That's just a truth statement right there. If you guys don't like it, I don't give a fuck. We just can't handle it. We get offensive and sensitive, and then we just start bitching and yada yada. What gives you the right to tell me how to raise my kid? What gives you the right to tell me what I can buy for my son? Long story short, we need to unite together. Every other culture is sticking together, and they're working in unison. And that's why there's no bullshit within their circles. It seems like we're the only ones, the only community that have not stood together, strengthen each other, and help each other out. We always want to be better than the next person. We need to end that shit. Once again, if you're just tuning in this episode 112 of Don't Just Get Up, Wake Up with your boy Zodog, and today's topic is talking about the bullshit within the urban communities that we need to address, because we need to realize that we do have the power, and we need to stop being so sensitive when people call us out on our shit. Okay? And once again, do your research on how Harlem was back in the day and how well organized that was, and that was an all black community. And then what happened from there? Once segregation ended, and then all the people that could move out of Harlem did move out, and the people that were left behind or stayed and didn't take care of the area as well as it was ran and upkept when all the blacks worked together. We need to get back to that point again, is basically what I'm saying. We need to stop being better than the next person. We need to stop putting our nose in the skies. Oh, we're better off, so fuck you. We just need to work and spread love all around the board. Sign petitions. If you don't like something, sign it. We have the power to get enough signatures, take that to Congress, and push that to make that a law. Okay? So basically, I'm putting this video out there so we can start thinking about this even more and making this more of a manifestation versus, oh, it's just a topic of discussion. Fuck that bullshit. Hashtag 2020 running for president. I'm serious about that shit. I'm gonna be making a lot of damn changes, and I'm gonna need y'all's help. So I wear many hats. That's why I'm called Mr. Does It Allies. So yeah, don't get confused about my roles. My spirit is just drive me in many different directions, because that's who I am. I'm a light warrior. And so when I feel something's bad, I'm gonna address it. I'm not gonna bite my tongue for nobody, all right? I'm the Bernie Mac of the rap game, and I'm the Bernie Mac of the documentarian game, and I'm the Bernie Mac of just keeping it real. I always voice my opinions. And I'll fight for the people that tell me secretly, hey man, I wish I could say this, but I'll get in trouble or lose my job and shit. I wish I could like your videos, but my wife will notice I'm liking your videos, then she'll say, what are you, a pothead? You like booty and all this shit? It's funny. It's just so funny how people just can't speak their minds for themselves. Just get down. So that's basically the end of today's episode, all right? I just want everyone to notice that big changes are coming and we have the power, all right? It's about to be that 10-minute mark. I love you guys. This is the end of episode 112. Peace.